Hi everyone, Deborah Sunderland of Sunderland Coaching. Wow, are you living your purpose, or are you waking up running like hair on fire, really not with a plan, or it might be sort of a plan, and you fall into bed getting some of the results you want, but maybe not all of them, and you might feel empty, you might feel frustrated, you might feel tired, exhausted, even anxious. What causes this running? It's our culture, guys. It's the way you've been taught that this success we must have comes from running, 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 doing. And we don't question it. We just keep doing it. My want for you is to consider, what would it look like to take a pause? To take a pause and look at how your patterns have supported you getting so far, but they're also not going to get you to where you want to go. How might you stretch beyond your patterns? You must first know what your patterns are. You must see them without blame or shame, but accept yourself for having a pattern and that you're not your pattern. And what are new patterns you want to create for yourself? The ways you think, the way you feel, the way you behave, the way you will only get new results by behaving differently. So I just want to toss this out to you, how the Enneagram is an immense tool to helping us see our type. Whatever type you fall into, 1 through 9, it's your safety. It's the way you've learned to behave in the world, to be seen, to be accepted, to be enough, but it's not who you are. I am putting together a Enneagram for leaders across all Enneagrams, for them to understand each other, for them to understand themselves, on how they can break out of their patterns to grow into the other types, so that they can be using IQ, EQ, and BQ, our normal intelligence we've been taught, our brain, but emotional intelligence and also body intelligence, and how we are missing our wisdom when we're running, hair on fire, and how the Enneagram really helps you see the possibilities that you've been missing by running and by staying in your pattern, and also keeping you from hearing each other when you're in your type. And I teach, how do we hear each other when we start to understand each other's type, and how do we speak to each other when we see someone caught up in their blind spot of their type, without blaming or shaming, but bringing compassion, empathy, and real deep heart-to-heart understanding. So reach out to me. I'd love to bring this into your organization as a workshop, as a test to see how this might be of support to you over lunch or after lunch for half a day. Would love for you to get these tools that will change your culture, change your leadership, and ultimately change your revenue, your engagement. So taking a pause right now, getting out of hair on fire, what would that look like for you? And if you keep doing the hair on fire, running, how are you ever going to get a different result for your revenue, your team collaboration, and the results you want? No blame or shame, but something's got to change. So what is that going to be? And you are the change, because you can only change your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, your results one by one. We call this radical responsibility. So how does each person start to build radical responsibility of knowing themselves, self-awareness, so they can individually and collectively be the change to a new outcome? Okay, dear ones, sending you a huge hug.